Welcome to day 97 of 100 Line Last Defense Academy. I decided that I think you might be right. We're going through the bad route, the coming of age timeline. This doesn't mean I don't feel anything for everyone in the serial killer timeline, but what matters to me most is everyone here in this one. You don't have to explain, I know how much this pained you to make the choice. Takumi, this is the right choice, we won't regret it. No, I won't let this cause us any regret. Takumi already regretted it. It's been 10 minutes since the leap window opened. In order to regain the time we lost, we speedily put on our leap suits and configured the machine. And then... here we go. Alright, we made it to school, but we can't afford to linger. Why not? We have until 11:10. That's plenty of time. Have you forgotten what we came here to do? Look at the code on Darumi's back, right? Yes, on her dead body. And where do you think the body is? I don't remember anything about this timeline. You should know. Darumi was killed in the battle against Vyexness. That day is the start of this timeline. And the box of the Calamity timeline. Yeah, I'm pretty sure all of us buried her. Now you remember? You know what we have to do. We're going to dig up her grave? Do we have any other option? That's why I said we couldn't linger. But... I understand your reservation. I didn't want to do this either, but our hands are tied. We have to do this if we ever want to go back to the artificial satellite. Okay, I grabbed a nearby shuttle, shut my eyes tightly, and drove it into the ground. Ruka and I started to dig in silence. With each shovelful of dirt, there was a searing ache in my chest. Eventually, we saw Darumi's body in the dirt. She was drained of her cryptoglobin, leaving nothing behind but a blackened mummy. It was tragic to look at. My heart felt like it was about to burst. I averted my eyes. We have to do this. She's fought valiantly to protect all of us in this timeline. Her body is the embodiment of all that nobility and sacredness of the act. It would be rude of us to look away. I bit my lip and gave a small nod, looking back down at Darumi. I'm sorry, Darumi. I'm gonna have to move you a little. We're doing this so you can live on elsewhere, so please forgive us. On the back was a single number, 5. Seems so. We carefully restored Darumi's grave. Thank you, Darumi. Please rest in peace. Up and after troops, time to rise and strike. Get ready for your 51st day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend and suffer and endure. I made my way to the cafeteria for breakfast. When I got there, I saw everyone but Surya and Nigo. Look at me, how many times is it now, man? Yeah, could you kindly stop disappearing all of a sudden, Captain? We went over this last night, didn't you? Takumi went to the city ruins to destroy some enemy recon devices, isn't that right? Yeah, exactly. So, girl, you went off exploring and never came back. What were you up to? Well, you met with Takumi in the city, right? Then you finished the mission together. Yes, exactly. Let's at least say something before you go up. We would have helped you destroy those devices. There weren't that many of them, so there was no need for us to send a huge group. I think Takumi was just trying to be considerate when he decided to go alone. He didn't want to ruin the plans for our hump day party. That's why he did it. But then the hump day party was cancelled. Huh? You and Hiruko gone. There was no point in doing it without you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean for that to happen. No, you had something to deal with, though. I guess you don't need forgiveness from this degenerate trap sheep. Mom Seething, if you want my forgiveness, you have to play Russian roulette with me. Hearing me say that brought tears to my eyes. It reminded me of her as I saw her last night. And here she was, right in front of my eyes, alive. Hey, don't look at me like that. It's not good for my mental state. Okay, then let's all enjoy some Russian roulette. Eva, do you know what Russian roulette is? Yes, of course. Miss Kawana can just soup up the wheel so it goes full tilt. Mes dames et messieurs, place your bets. Oh, for love of murder. Thanks to Eido's cover story, Hiruko and I weren't questioned any further. Everyone ate breakfast together and left the cafeteria. The only ones left behind were Hiruko, Eido, and myself. Sorry about that, Eido. Thanks for the help. Yeah, thanks to you, we somehow managed to explain our ways out of things. But why that story? Takumi, you vanished right before the Humpty party. I thought if I didn't say anything, everyone would get upset to go look for you, and your clandestine activities would be interrupted. So I said what I said to appease everyone. Do you know what we were doing last night? Nothing specific. I had a vague notion you might be leaping to another timeline, though. I told Eido about parallel leaping, by the way. Right, I know all about your little secret. I know better than anyone that your objective is to keep everyone alive, so that's what you covered for us. I told you before, right? I'll do everything it takes to regain your trust. That's why I came up with the story. For some reason, I still don't trust this fucker. I left Hiruko and Eido and returned to my room, then I started my usual rounds. Shimpasta! I had a feeling you were here. We don't need to arrange meetings anymore, do we? If we have something to talk about, we can just come here. Does that sound good? By the way, have you looked at your advice yet? Not yet. What? You don't care when we'll get our next liver mortis code? Not really, it's just... Now look now, you'll be surprised. Are you serious? 12:05 to 12:35 on day 74? Yeah, that's the next time the blood space waves will surge. That's more than 20 days from now. That's right. The liver mortis codes we know right now are Tsubasa, Edo, Maruku, Kako, Shoma, and then last we saw last night, Darumi. That's a total of 6, but we need 9 codes in all. So we need to wait until day 74 until we can find the other 3. Unfortunately, you're still not quite right. It's likely impossible we'll get any on day 74. We only have 30 minutes to leap on that day. It takes even longer than that to get from the lab to the school. Even if we sprint, it's just not possible. When do the blood space waves increase after that? And it's not on the device yet, so we have no idea. Either way, our goal stays the same. We just need to get to the artificial satellite as soon as possible, whether that happens on day 80 or day 90. Well, even if we leave with only 10 days left, it beats being stuck here. Now let's stay focused, Takumi. For now, we continue our school routine as usual until day 74. Things will be fine. Don't worry about the defensive battles. We know exactly when they will attack us and why. Who will attack us and when. At the very least, we can be sure no one's going to die permanently on the battlefield. Of course, I'm not going to let them. I'll protect them on the battlefield or anywhere else. Well said, Captain. I expect great things from you. Did 4 days, I lived out my life at school, like I always did, as per Hiroko's advice. I laughed and trained with everyone and sometimes got into arguments too. But we didn't experience any serious issues, and time ticked away in relative peace. There was nothing we could do about the liver mortis codes until the blood space waves peaked again. I allowed myself to temporarily forget about that and focused on living as normal as a life as possible. Day 56 came to an end. Day 57 would soon be upon us, the day of the next enemy attack. Day 57. Is everyone set? You've all drilled the details of your next flow into your head, right? The commander's name is Zendaya, right? Excuse me, are you stupid or something? It's Zanzibar. You're both wrong, Zenta. She has the ability to make copies of people. Moko had no idea that what that ability did to her the first time I went through all of this. I found myself almost slipping up and telling her, but stopped myself just in time. Feels like a real pain in the ass. It's fine, we have nothing to worry about. This time Zenta will show up with her factory settings, for lack of better words. The hell does that mean? Hiroko must have been trying to explain that Zenta would show up as herself rather than a copy of one of us. At any rate, I doubt she'll be more of a problem than any other commander. So as long as we're careful not to be copied, we should be able to win with ease. Or so Serenago told me yesterday. Yes, exactly. So true, she got word for word. When's enemy going to be here again? Right after our wake-up call, although we've disabled the announcement for today. Why is that? Well, you're up already, so there's no sense in playing the announcement. Nigo had barely finished speaking when it started. Nah, my skip didn't go through. I don't think I'll ever get used to the alarm. You'll be fine. The Tsukumo twins are always by your side. Okay guys, let's do it. Special Defense Unit, move out. That's one problem dealt with. Now we just have to defeat the commander. Yeah, I told you it's Zanzibar. It's Zenta. Never mind her name. We must simply kill her. Here we go. Annihilate enemy boss. You win. I'm Zeta, Paragon Harmony. Even if my flesh is destroyed here, my soul shall live on eternally, and it will destroy you all. With those final words, something strange happened to Zenta's body. It splintered all over and burst into tiny pieces, disappearing into a plume of smoke. What was that? Did she self-destruct? I think she did. That bitch couldn't fight for shit. Yeah, she wasn't worth getting sick over. Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? Exactly, we managed to defeat her. Everyone not in sync, although they seemed to be dumbfounded by the abrupt end to the battle. By the way, how do you like my moves, everyone? I saw signs of effort, but it was nothing to write home about. Eva, why are you so hard on me? Because you irritate me. Cut right to the bone with that one. Anyway, since we won our fight, why don't we do our thing? Oh, you're not usually so eager, Shoma. Sorry, I wanted to open my gaping sewer hole of a mouth. No, I didn't mean it like that. Hey, snap out of it, Takumi. That's your cue. Alright, ready, go. Oh, I skipped it. The next attack would be on day 63. We'd be fine if we keep this up. We had nothing to worry about. We patted ourselves on the back and returned back to the school. Oh, damn, we're skipping days like crazy. Another 4 days quietly passed, like the calm before a storm, like a calm after a storm. Nothing exciting happened. If I had to mention something, I guess it would be that the spice blend in Kuro's curry was extra hot. It upset Shoma's stomach, leading to a somewhat explosive situation. We had to do some thorough cleaning afterwards. Other than that, nothing of serious significance happened, and the days went by almost too peacefully. I was honestly starting to forget about the livor mortis codes. If things kept going like this, there may be no reason to go looking for them after all. I got the feeling we might be able to manage the last 38 days without doing anything too special. So as long as we kept holding strong against the enemy attacks anyways. We were due for another battle soon, tomorrow on the morning of day 63. It's okay, things will turn out fine for us. I reassured myself, crawled into bed and fell asleep. Oh, is this the information on the enemy? Yes, it doesn't seem like there'll be any commander this time. So we're just gonna fight a bunch of weaklings, that's right. Man, that's hardly even a real battle. Nevertheless, it won't be without its challenges. Challenges? The cannon fodder they sent this time, they talk. They'll scream for help or call for their mothers as they attack. That does sound challenging. What's the big deal? Isn't it more fun to kill them when they're crying for their mommies? Yes, that's the greatest pleasure of all. Oh, for a love of murder, there's something seriously wrong with you two. You're one to talk. Shouldn't we just avoid listening to them? How do we do that? We could yell over them. If we're all screaming, we'll drown them out. What should we yell? If we just make noises, we might still hear what they're saying. Then why don't we just yell out the multiplication tables? Multiplication tables. It's pretty basic math. We are at school after all. That's a great idea. Let's give it a shot. Yeah, truly an ingenious scheme. I think I can tell where this is going. And then it happened. Look who decided to finally show their ugly mugs. Okay guys, let's do it. Special defense unit, move out. I can hear them talking. Oh, I can't get enough of this. It's making me hot and bothered. I cannot believe I get to kill them while listening to their pathetic cries. This feels amazing, doesn't it? Let's just ignore those two. Everyone to hell, stick to the plan. Here goes, starting with 2. 2 times 2 is 2. Wait, 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 4 is 51. I saw this coming from a mile away. Mommy, save me. That's funny. She's not scared of, what's it called? Anything. She's just scared of the math. Yeah, we finished them before we were even done with 6. We're not done yet. There's another way. Guess we're gonna have to face the challenge of the 7 times table. Gaku, don't tell me you can't do math either. Shut up. 7 is easy peasy. Anyways, let's just ignore what they're saying, guys. Here goes. That was a piece of cake. Oh, are we done already? I kinda wish there were more. Absolutely not. I've had quite enough of multiplication. If another wave shows up, we'll have to start multiplying double-digit numbers. No, please. Mercy. Everyone else burst into laughter. Anyway, seeing as we won, right, it's time. Take it away, Captain. Got it. Ready, go. 37 days left. I felt that things were really going to work out. We just had to keep going. But unbeknownst to me, somewhere in the shadows, things were starting to come apart. Little by little, it would start to gnaw at us. Over the past 2 days, everyone had gotten less communicative. Whenever someone did speak up, it was to make fun of someone or make a cutting remark. It wasn't anything like the usual joking. There was no affection to it. It seemed like everyone just wanted to take their frustrations on the people around them. I didn't know why it was happening, but we had been living together in the same place for over 65 days. It seemed natural enough that all the stress had been building up might come out as resentment. The matter of the living Morse codes was still on hold. Hiruko and I hadn't decided which timeline we'd jump to on day 74. We only have 30 minutes anyways. We couldn't get to the school from the lab and back again at such short notice. Still felt like a waste to let one of our rare opportunities to leap slip by. That's why Hiruko and I were at a loss about what to do on that day. Today was day 66. We were about to pass the 2/3 mark. 1/3 of our time here. I hope we wouldn't run into any serious issues, but things don't always work out. My expectations would be crushed the very next morning. Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable. As soon as I walked into the cafeteria to get breakfast, I heard screaming. Edo, I heard you were making something real loud with Tsubasa in the garage last night. Loud? Don't play dumb with me. Shoma saw you. It's true. It was at 1 o'clock in the morning. I was wandering the school because I couldn't sleep when I saw both of them making something. Something that looked like a gun. A gun? Well, I guess there's no point in hiding it. This is a gun. This is what I made. A beam gun that generates a special electromagnetic pulse. It's just a toy, though. It's harmless to the human body. See? That was an interesting way to describe it. Harmless to the human body. What does it harm? It doesn't harm anything. It's really just a toy. It was teaching me about how different parts come together. Right, Tsubasa was the one who actually assembled it. I did a lot of reading when I was confined. That's where I learned to make it. I just shared what I learned. Why do you make her waste her time on a silly little toy? Shh, keep it down. I don't want Serena to go to find out. That's even more suspicious. I believe you, Edo. You should always trust the shadiest character in a mystery. What do you know about mysteries? The mere fact that you rely on assumptions about genre shows what... The mere fact that you rely on assumptions about the genre shows what an amateur you are. Shut up, you nasty brat. I've played dozens of mystery adventure games and played them all to death. I'm gonna have to stop you right there, Miss Amamiya. Nobody talks to my dear sister like that. Please, everyone, calm down. Eva, I'd appreciate it if you kept your thoughts to yourself. You're a prisoner in case you forgot. That's not fair. Eva's our friend. Well, aren't we blessed? Goody Two-Shoes has weighed in with another heroic opinion. Aren't you embarrassed? Your mouse is the most embarrassing thing in the room. And it smells like poop. I was so sweet to you, traitor. Sheesh, man, this is the problem with girls. You got unabashed sexism. Your old-timey gimmick is so lame. Who asked you to pipe up? You want to go? Come and get it, loser. Shut up, all of you, knock it off. Hiroko shouted at the top of her lungs, the room immediately fell separate. I'll hold on to that beam gun of yours. I'll be the one who decides if this really is just a toy. Everyone be quiet and behave until then. You guys aren't yourselves right now. Something is very wrong. Go back to your rooms to cool off, understood? For the rest of the day, everyone did as they were told, shutting themselves in the room and never coming out. The sun set as we stayed inside. And when it was dark out, someone suddenly opened my door. It was Hiroko. I have an update about the beam gun from this morning. I wonder if maybe it had some kind of kill switch. Maybe it had some kind of switch somewhere that would enable and disable it. That's why I examined it, but there wasn't anything of the sort. So it really is just a toy. It was right. That was harmless to the human body. At least you couldn't hurt anyone with this. There was definitely something mechanical inside, but nothing happened when I pulled the trigger. All it did was play a tiny, cheap sound effect. So now we know that Ado and Tsubasa were telling the truth, but that's not the real issue here, is it? Yeah, the beam gun was only the catalyst. There's a ton of resentment building up inside of everyone, waiting to go off. This just happened to be the spark that started the fire. If you know that's the problem, why didn't you say anything this morning? It's your job to keep everyone calm and meditate between them. I guess so, but I'm sure everyone's just exhausted. We spent 66 days living under some serious pressure. Whatever it is, something has to change. Our next defensive battle is day 72. We have to do something before then. Shortly after, she pushed her fingers through her long hair and looked straight at me. Takumi, this may sound harsh, but it's your fault things ended up this way too. You acted a little too distant from everyone in this timeline. I know I've done this loop 146 times. There were timelines where you were a lot more proactive about integrating with the group. In those timelines, others admired you more than they do now. They never would have fought like they did today. The captain was the anchor to them, and that strengthened their unity. That doesn't mean those timelines are perfect. We lost a lot of people in them. This isn't my first time saying it, but this timeline is a real miracle. Nobody's died, and even Ado on our side. You need to treasure this timeline. The experiences you have here, the time you get to spend here, ultimately that's what will lead to unity and harmony among the team. Hiroko quietly left my room. I couldn't move. She was right, there's no doubt about it. Her words weighed heavily on me, sinking into the bits of my stomach. But I just couldn't stand there and dwell on it. I already knew what I had to do. I think I just know how to fix this. I clenched my fist as I remembered, trying to encourage myself. Ado and Tsubasa were telling the truth. The beam gun is just a toy. I had everyone pass their gun around. They each had a turn to inspect it, nodding when they were done. But Ado, what did you want this for? There's a picture of the beam gun in one of the books I read when I was locked up. I found the shape and design appeal, and that's all. Anyways, now that we know this, I'm going to give it back to Tsubasa. You're the one who made it, right? I can give it back to Ado, but I think that would put everyone on edge. After a moment of hesitation, Tsubasa slowly reached out and took the gun. Sheesh, everyone's still suspicious of me, huh? That's not it. Everyone's just kind of unbalanced right now. Little things have been jumping at shadows. Little things have them jumping at shadows, but that's going to end today. Let's wash those feelings of tension away and leave them behind for good. Wash them away. How? Goodness, is this one of those night pools I've heard so much about? Young women and men go wild in a pool together at night. Colorful lights everywhere. We're having an evening of debauchery and hedonism, are we? It's not nighttime, and it's not any of this other stuff either, but sure. Are you serious? This is like so crazy. Takumi, did you do all this? Well, I had a little help. From me. It's our fault the hump day party got cancelled, right? So in a way, this was an apology for that. And don't worry about swimsuits. We made sure to get them for all of you. Hold on a minute. Are we going to swim here? I told you, we need to wash all the negativity away. You meant that literally? Takumi, this is a dream. You know exactly what the people want. You mean what you want. But what about Suri and Nago? Of course I got their permission. Everyone needs a break sometimes, but don't forget to keep it in your pants. Kyushiga, that also means you need to keep your pants on. I would never expose myself at the pool. Oh, for the love of murder. Although everyone grubbed and complained, they ended up changing into the swimsuits we brought for them. And so began our Paradise Pool Palooza. I had a feeling all the complaining was just to cover up how embarrassed everyone felt. It took less than 5 seconds in the water for them to start shouting in excitement. Pretty soon, they all had playful smiles on their faces. Everyone forgot themselves in childlike wonder, playing like kids. I was right there with them. I joined conversations without hesitation and went crazy and wild with them. All that tension and strain vanished in an instant. Everyone's faces looked so earnestly bright and happy, with droplets of water flying through the air. I memorized every last detail of the scene. I took in every passing moment and seared it into my brain. I never wanted to forget them. I never wanted to lose them. I could hear splashes of water all around us, all around me. Then everyone's joyous laughter echoed in the pool, drowning out the sound of water. I didn't see the full scene properly. Unfortunately. Show the nasty shits. It's 69, isn't it? Well, we're going to do what we did yesterday all over again today. Well, the plan's a little different. What is this? Could it be a festival? I've heard of those. Young men and women go crazy chanting as they dance wild and free around a watchtower. It's a gathering of wild, abandoned artistic expression to release pent-up desires, isn't it? Absolutely not. You're right about it being a festival, though. Wow, this is amazing. It's the coolest thing I've seen in my life. You're right. You've never been to a festival before. That's right. I'm so touched. Takumi and Hiroko, did you do this? I only did about a quarter of the work. The rest was all Takumi. Takumi, you look like crap with all those dark circles around your eyes. Yeah, I was up all night working on this. You're crazy, man. I thought the pool yesterday was cool, but this is peak. I felt mixed emotions hearing Gaku's compliments. I set this whole thing up based on what Gaku did in my timeline, after all. I'm not so hot on festivals, personally, but they work so hard to please us. It would be a waste not to enjoy yourself. She's right, Terumi. Don't think of it as a festival. Think of it as a dark carnival. Well, why didn't you say so? Now I'm feeling it. Okay, sure, whatever that means. Anyways, let's have a blast together, guys. But what's this music? It's ridiculously out of place. I was trying to do a rock vibe today, and you went up and set up this folksy thing instead. Couldn't you have made it more like a modern music festival? I can see you put in a lot of effort, though. I'll give you what you want. Wait just 1 second. Yeah, that's more like it. This is the kind of song you need for a festival. Then let's get this party started. Everyone cut loose and have fun. So began our fabulous, frolicsome festival fiesta. The festival was alive with activity. The air was filled with the sounds of happy chatter all around me. Everywhere I looked, I saw radiant smiles. There wasn't the slightest hint of gloom on their happy faces. Halfway through the festivities, Kura started cooking. She made Osuzuki's family special curry recipe, handed down. She made the Osuzuki family special curry recipe handed down through the generations. It was so popular, we had to line up for it, and before long, we eaten every last drop. After we were done eating, it was Gaku's turn to entertain us. Gaku climbed to the top of the tower, got on the DJ equipment, and showed us his skills on the turntable. The rest of us danced to the rhythm, wild and free. Went wild, crazy, chanting and singing. We spun and flew, sweating so hard we practically melted away, and we continued to dance around the watchtower all night long. When I woke up, the sky was already dusky. I must have reached my limit after staying up all night and partying for 2 days straight. I left my room and got ready for the day. By the time I was done, it was completely dark, almost time for dinner. I hurried to the cafeteria and announced my plans for the evening to everyone. What? You have to be kidding. We're all going to the rooftop for fireworks? Yep, fireworks. I've got them all in my room. But don't people usually space out at those kind of events? You gotta be out of your mind to go 3 days in a row. Don't listen to them, bro. I'm all for it. Honestly, the pool and festival weren't quite enough for me anyways. How does a broke bum like you have such a taste for parties? Huh? Did you say something? Well, if it's what our captain wants, I suppose we have no reason to refuse. We're seriously doing this? Hot damn. If you're going to twist my arm, I guess. Despite their complaining, their smiles on their face betrayed their true feelings. Then it's on. Huh, Serena, go. What are you doing here? You need adult supervision to play with fire. We're just here as chaperones. Oh, for love and murder, you made us do a lot worse than light up some fireworks. I bet they're just being coy. You actually wanted to join us, did you? At the pool and at the festival? Absolutely not. No, not at all. Okay, then you guys can hang out tonight. Let's lose our freaking minds. Doesn't it feel like someone's missing? Are you talking about my mask? You are, aren't you? I just can't see the fireworks with them on. That's all. That's why I left it in my room. You get so embarrassed. Don't look. Kura, you don't need to wear that mask. You're only saying that because you think it sinks, right? Like poop, right? No, that's not it. I think it's just a waste of a very cute face, personally. Huh? Kura froze, at a loss for words. Her face was as red as a ripe tomato. I think there's been a misunderstanding. I wasn't talking about Kura's mask. Come to think of it, we are missing some people. 4 of them. Hiroko, Moko, Ima, and Eva. Where the hell are they? Everyone looked around. Just then, the missing four showed up. Sorry, we're late. It took some time to explain what we're doing. Explain. We have a surprise guest for everyone tonight. He's all ready for us now. Introducing our special guest for the evening. Shion? Shion? Shion. Everyone called out his name in surprise. What's going on? What's his name? We've met him plenty of times before. Yeah, while you were busy trying to knock up Hiroku. And afterwards, while we were jumping to other timelines. Hey, that's not what we were doing. Anyways, that's how they know him. I only found out yesterday at the festival. I heard from Moko, Ima, and Eva. We thought we should bring Shion to the festival since it was such a big event. The four of us left the gym to ask him to come. Come to think of it, the four of them disappeared for a while the night before. Sir Inigo wouldn't allow me to come, and besides, I'm not a real special defense unit member. I didn't want to get in the way of your fun. He tried to refuse again tonight. He was hesitant to come to this. But I managed to convince him, and here he is. You lot don't listen to a word I say. You're wasting his energy. Just summoning an avatar like this uses up strength. Was this a bad idea after all? Well, obviously it's fine. Shion's a member of our special defense unit as much as any of us. He's our 17th member. If he dies, we all die. If we die, he dies. Our destinies are intertwined. He's one of us as an important commoner. If you want to disrespect one of our friends like that, well, you know, we already know what I can do. Takumi? Fine, if you're going to go that far, you can have it your way. But just for tonight, be grateful for the Honorable Surrey's magnanimous treatment. Thank you both, and you too, Takumi, sincerely. I nodded with a grin. Soon everyone else was smiling with me. Alright, let's get the show on the road. The fireworks are in your room, right, Takumi? Let's go get them. I remember the team was there. Hiroko, Nozomi, Moko, Tsubasa, the Tsukumu twins, Gaku, Shoma, Takamaru, Kurura, Darumi, Kiyoshika. Even Yugumu was having a blast with everyone. We had our two commanding officers with us too. And Eva and Edo, who were once hostile with us, to us, were joining in on the fun. Last but not least, there was Shion. 19 including me, all of us alive and well. We've gone through so much hardship in the last 70 days, fighting to survive. This was a true miracle. I took it all in, reveling in the joy in my heart. A long time ago, someone once told me that life and fireworks aren't all that different. For a brief moment, they shine brightly and they disappear into the dark. People struggle and strive to create a spark, all for that fleeting moment. Where's Eva? Oh, Eva's in the background next to Darumi. That's what makes life so beautiful. Every word of what was said remained true to me. Who'd want to live forever? Being trapped in an infinite loop was a curse. I was going to break free. I was going to end this. I ventured into the future that started from day 101 with all my friends. I'd get older with the passage of time and eventually die. One day my firework would sizzle out. That's going to be the last time I lived through this war. I never experienced these 100 days again. The thought made my heart swell. An instantaneous flash, the spark vanishing into darkness. The flicker of the decaying embers were all breathtakingly beautiful. Our 3-day party binge finally ended yesterday. The next enemy attack would be tomorrow, day 72. We couldn't keep this merriment up forever. We need to switch gears. Once I was done with my breakfast and back in my room, I headed back out to make my rounds. Perform a simple, what's it called? Simple exploration. I doubt I'll be getting much sleep, even though I'm totally wiped from all the party. They say it's hard to sleep when you're overtired. Is that what this is? Well, there's no sense of waiting around here. Maybe if I go out for a little walk, it'll make me sleepy. I convinced myself to leave my room. It was just then that I heard someone sniffling. I could see someone on the other side of the fence. It was Hiroko. Huh? Again? Something like this happened before, the night of day 9. At any rate, I couldn't very well leave her like this. I went closer, hopped the fence, and sat down beside her. I knew it. Behind the lenses of her glasses, Hiroko's eyes were wet, countless trails of tears running down her cheeks. She was holding something tightly in her left hand. It was a calico cat figure I'd given to her on day 10. She hurriedly put it back in her pocket when she noticed me and removed her glasses to wipe her tears. The silence continued. I stayed by her side, not saying anything. After a little while of sitting there like that, Hiruko finally spoke. You're not going to ask any questions today? Last time you charged right in without any delicacy or tact. Hey, even a guy like me can learn from experience. Do you remember what happened on day 9? Yeah. Hiruko raised her head and stared at the faraway flames, forlorn. I had a dream on the night of day 8, and I had the same dream last night. It was day 101. Everyone was there. Everyone expected me. I must have died somehow. I saw you there, Takumi. You were in my dream. So I'm positive you managed to break free from the loop. Or perhaps I should say you will manage to break free. But I want to be trapped here forever. Hiruko bit her lip and hung her head. I could tell she was fighting hard to keep from crying again. I spoke up before the tears had a chance to flow. Come on, Hiruko, it was just a dream. It doesn't mean that really happened or will happen. Think about it. If you were dead, how could you see everyone? It wouldn't make sense if I was the only one to break free from the loop. We need everyone from the special defense to survive in order to escape it. That includes you. I guess what I'm trying to say is, you don't have to worry. It was just a bad dream. It's going to be okay. You're not going to die no matter what happens. Because I'm going to protect you. That's a promise, okay? Remember what I said before? I promise we both get out of this. I build a future where everyone can be happy. Takumi, a refreshing evening breeze blew. Every time Hiruko's hair moved in the wind, I caught a familiar scent, the scent of lavender. Enveloped in that sweet fragrance, I sat there and waited for her to respond. Eventually, the trails of tears had all but dried from her cheeks. Looking much more like her usual self, she gave a little smile and spoke. You're right, it's not like me to be so bothered by a dream. Maybe I'm just feeling a bit nervous because we're getting closer to day 100. Forget about that for now. I just had an idea. Our next opportunity to jump is day 74, from 12:05 to 12:35, remember? Yeah? I'm going to do something here. Hiruko pulled a coin out of her pocket. I'm going to toss the coin and you're going to call heads or tails. Heads in the sun, tails in the crescent moon. What happens if I get it right? How about we explore the ruins together the day after tomorrow, on day 73? Why then? We have a bout tomorrow. They'll come in the morning, but we'll be too tired afterwards. And if I get it wrong, then we won't go. We'll sit together and do nothing that day. I was confused. Why are we going to go out exploring if I get it right? Are you trying to indirectly ask me out? Don't be stupid. That's not it at all. Well, I don't really get it, but this coin flip is related to leap in timelines somehow, right? Yeah, I'll explain everything later. Why later? Tell me now. No more questions. Just call it. Hiruko flipped the coin. It tumbled through the air, landing on the back of her left hand. She quickly covered up with her other hand, hiding it from my sight. What's your guess? Heads or tails? It was such a pointless question that I felt silly to think about it too seriously. Even if I was wrong, all it meant is I wouldn't spend the day outside with Hiruko. There was no real risk involved. But I felt a strange stir in my chest. Was there a fateful choice hiding behind this light-hearted pretense? Was something unforeseen creeping closer? I couldn't help but worry. Instantly, I was conflicted. Logically, there was no right answer, and yet I couldn't choose blindly. 2 more timelines would be created based on what I decided here. Hello, Takumi, what's your answer? At Hiruko's urging, I steeled my resolve and gave her my answer. I'll end the stream after I choose. Well, if it's heads I win, tails you lose. And I'll just choose heads, because I've always chose left so far. Okay, thanks for